All right, welcome everyone to this Zoom of the unveiling of the new Us, the new collective Us. Doesn't have a proper name yet, the painting, because that's also in its evolutionary stage. But I'm calling it I kind of call it the new Us painting as a short way of describing it. So what I'd really love to do is ask Sophia to say a little bit about the origins of the idea and how this painting came to be, and then I will unveil the painting.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it was in 2018, and we were a fairly large group of visionaries, and a lot of energy was coming in. And I, for one, had trouble discerning and understanding and expressing it because it had no words and stuff. So I think I got the idea from that, and wanting to express the energy in colors and shapes and reveal some of the magic to make it more easy for us to perceive it with our normal senses. Or and luckily Fleur wanted to paint it because she's absolutely the number one go-to artist for magical paintings, and you have this amazing ability to translate energy into your canvases. So that was it, and it was a fairly large process or long process, and it had some significant moments along the way, and yeah, but you'll tell more about that.
Wonderful, thank you. Yes, it was 2018 that you began the seed of the idea, and you set up the group and asked everyone to contribute. And then I think I started it at the beginning of 2019. So it's been
Mm.
a lot of energy just gestating during that period of time as well. So yes. So I'm going to unveil the painting now. Da, da, da. There we go. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is the new collective consciousness Earth beaming away. And so I'm going to start the shared screen slideshow now so that you can see it properly. So it's not got a bit of a zoom filter on it. So just bear with me, I'm going to do that. Hopefully it'll work. All right, I'm going to put it into, I'm going to need to move this.
Sorry.
Is that your dog? Having joining in. So here we go. So this is the first one. So in the beginning, we invited everyone to contribute words to the canvas. So we gathered the words and then I began to put them onto the canvas. And there's just amazing words on there like the miracle of divinity, dance, forever land of infinite possibilities, breathe, ecstasy, magical true love, happiness, highest consciousness, I am the one. So it's all amalgamated there into the canvas. Not all of those are there right now. But you can also see I've sort of brought in some swirls and different lines, and there's a little bit of written light language there too, as I tuned into the energy of the new Us, the new collective consciousness. So that was the process I went through the whole time, was always tuning into that energy and seeing what wanted to come onto the canvas. So I'll show you the next one. And this is me just showing you that I really did paint the canvas. It wasn't anyone else. And also I kept turning the canvas as well. So I didn't work on it in just one format, landscape, or I kept turning it towards portrait and then back to landscape. So I kept turning it around. And here we have like all of the words that were offered on the Facebook page and more of the sort of, I think of them as like amoebic like shapes forming, almost like these are the beginnings of new ideas and new things that are appearing in our world, in our universe. So quite amoebic and fluid shapes dancing around the words. And then I was bringing in some more color and just allowing those amoebic shapes to take on more life force and more layers there. And then this part of the process was that energetic kind of burst of energy of newness, almost a bit like they talk about the Big Bang in the way that the everything began. So this is kind of almost like the next stage, is sort of that big explosion of energy, and moving into the next stages. So here I've pushed that energy out towards the edge of the canvas, and you can see there's quite a lot of texture there. There's some lines there, which I always like to bring into the painting as well, which I call matrix lines, and they're the weave that we are all part of, the universe, Earth, all of us, our cells, DNA, everything woven together. And then you can see I've pushed the energy out right to the edge of the canvas there. And again, as I take the photographs, I'm working on the painting at all different times of day. So the colours don't always look true to how I would see it with my eye, because it might be artificial light if it's at the end of the day. So it's more to just show you how it's progressing and the different paint strokes and different things coming in. Here you can see I just left this one in so you could see the type of paint brush I was using to create the energy coming out from the center of the canvas. So here's another stage, quite a significant stage, where I brought in this swirly energy, almost like that new energy kind of whooshing in and landing in the center of the canvas. Or you could even say that energy was pulsing out from the center of the canvas. I think it was coming in multi-dimensional directions, and there's quite a lot of texture there as well within in the center there. But you can still see the energy lines pulsing out from the initial kind of energy coming out from the center, that sort of Big Bang energy. Then I was playing with the colors and bringing more color in. I switched the canvas round again, so it was another direction I was painting. And then here you can see I've started to bring in more forms onto the canvas and decided to keep it in this landscape format. So here in the background, where there's these pink and white lines, I felt I was painting us, the human race, the ones of us that are pioneering souls, that are holding the energy of that evolutionary process. So that's how I felt I was symbolizing that as I was painting. And you can still see the swirl in the center there. And I also brought in the flower of life to bring in that essence of sacred geometry, and again, that multi-dimensional aspect that we're all so deeply connected with the universe. And after that, after I'd done that aspect, I had a strong calling to bring in the essence of a tree. So the sort of the beginnings of the trunk, and then the shape of it going down into the earth. And for me, the tree is just such an amazing symbol of strength, and also that deeply rooted aspect of it, whilst also the canopy of the tree reaches up into the universe. So you've got the dual aspects of that as a great symbol for us as human beings. So you can see that's evolving. And I painted the tree, the canopy of the tree, a golden color, because I really feel that gold has a great significance to our evolution and holding us and supporting us. So here I brought in these circles, which I felt were almost like little seeds, little pods just there within the earth. And I've painted the flower of life gold as well to reflect the canopy of the tree and that supportive energy. And then here I have the root system coming in and bringing in that energy of the mycelium network, where everything is connected, and there's that lovely community of energy there that's pulsing up energy to us and supporting us. And there's a little bit of an essence I began of bringing that sense of the canopy of the tree being connected to the star systems, and the energy kind of moving out there into the universe. And here I brought a lot more detail into the tree, and a sense of energy moving down, energy moving up. And you can see there's a lot more energy around the tree. And these lines here that are kind of moving up, the blue and white lines and shapes that are in front of what I considered us in the background there, holding the energy, I felt were symbols of a more solid energy there, like buildings and actual ideas and things actually happening in the world, in with this new fresh energy that we're the visionary energy that we hold. So that was my feeling as I was painting it. And I also started to bring in these symbols, which I love, are the dandelion seeds, and that real sense of them just floating out into the world and touching people and bringing the ideas from the universe down into the earthly plane, and weaving their magic around all of us. So I had a real relationship with the tree, and I kind of painted it for a long time, and I spent a lot of time with the tree. But I knew the whole time I was painting this tree that it was going to change, that wasn't what the painting was going to be at the end. And in the call we had earlier, we had a bit of a chat about change and how often within my paintings I will paint over things, and it's almost, as Sophia said, it's almost like I've got several paintings in one canvas, and or on one canvas. And so at some point during the painting of this tree, I knew that it needed to shift and change and alter, and I had to let go of all of the time that I'd spent lovingly placing dots on it and building up the energy of it. So I painted it out, knowing that all was well, and that the next stage was going to be even more connected and more in the energy of the new us. So here we go. And there's a lot, and you can see there's a lot of energy at the base of the painting, as I continue to evolve it. And then as I was painting out the tree, I realized that what wanted to be above the tree was a phoenix, because of course the phoenix is the most magical, amazing symbol of evolution and transitioning from one state to another. And so I just felt that that was a very poignant symbol to have within the painting, but also keeping the essence of the tree there. So the tree is still there, but the phoenix is rising up. So I love that idea of this sense of the fiery phoenix transforming energy, but having the very solid force of a tree nurturing and holding that whole process to make it more easy and graceful for us, because often transformation can be quite difficult as a human being and challenging. And I feel that history has shown how difficult change can be. I mean, we're even in that now in some ways. You can move into the turbulence of it. So for me, part of our new collective energy is to hold that transformation in a lot more ease and grace, and give it a lot more presence of really understanding that process of change, and that it doesn't have to be quite as difficult or turbulent as it has been. So that's where the whole painting was evolving to. And then here you can see bringing in the phoenix shape more. That almost has like a kind of almost like royal feel to it, with almost like a crown there on the phoenix. And Sophia, you pointed out as well, which I hadn't realized, that right at the beginning of the painting where I started to bring in the shapes around the words, there was a phoenix like shape there at the beginning, but I hadn't realized that until Sophia pointed it out this morning. So I love that people see all these different things in the paintings. Here you can see the phoenix is brought in more, and then I've brought back in more of the tree, and there's this very spirally energy coming up from the flower of life, like supporting the whole process and enmeshed within the trunk and the energy of the tree, whilst there's all this very fast moving energy going on at the base. And again, evolving it all. I've brought in more colours, sort of like a sort of technical evolution. You can see how I've built up the different colours there, and more of these sort of sparkly dandelion seeds floating around, and a little bit more the essence of light language there showing up. And then this is the finished painting. So you have the beautiful tree there with the phoenix rising up out of it and the supportive, almost like nest or amoebic kind of egg of the flower of life at the bottom with all of this very energetic kind of thing going on at the bottom there of the painting. Yes, and if this works, I did do an animation of it as well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Actually works better on a mobile phone on a smaller screen because it doesn't translate quite so well on the large screen. It gets a bit pixelated. But this, I quite like playing with this animation because this is almost like what's going on in my head is the energy's moving like this, and I'm sort of trying to capture it in paint and on the canvas, so it gives you sort of a bit more of a feel of what's going on in my mind while I'm painting. Let's see if I can go back one to the static one. There we go. So there, yes, the becoming of the new us, and that is very wonderful. I'm very grateful to Sophia for her inspiration and the genius of starting the whole idea off, and for everyone who contributed towards its evolution. And yeah, so yes, please, any comments or thoughts about it, very welcome.
Well, I can just say again, I find it absolutely stunning and amazing, and it still I'm gonna watch it so many times for the details as well. But already now, since this morning, I see this toroidal field, especially in your animation between us, of course, as individuals, and us as a collective, and us as part of Mother Earth, and us as part of the universe and everything. So it's like I said earlier too, there's so much power in this, and it's coming together now, really, with this. So wow. Oh.
So wow, it's pure magic. What a journey. I I
Yeah.
I feel I mean, what an experience to see this journey that you've been on over the last few years. I mean, so many of the paintings, so many of the stages, I wish I could have on my wall.
Yeah, me too.
They were just so powerful and like just perfect in their own right. And I was like, oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Keep it here.
Me too. Me
And then
too.
something new developed and something even more and more and more. And I was just, I I took little screen dumps along the way because I had to go back and just love it. That's such an experience. I mean, that's just what a journey. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, that is so rich and so powerful and so um, yeah, such a deep experience to be on that journey with you and to see that. Thank you. That was such a big experience for me.
Thank you. Yes, it is quite a journey, especially not knowing how the painting's going to end up being, and
Yeah.
just starting with a blank canvas and moving through the stages.
So, and also that along the way it had such powerful expression. You know, it was such an important such important stages in their own rights. I mean, they were, you know, that was doing so much to the whole collective. I mean, it
Yeah.
was like every stage has worked for us and
Yeah.
with us and you know done magic. Wow.
Yeah.
You're on.
You you muted yourself, Jinran.
Am I on? Can you see?
Yes, you're on.
Ah, you can see me.
I can't know. We
No,
can't
no, we
hear
can hear
you.
you.
Oh,
We can hear you. Yeah.
okay. It was absolutely amazing, Fleur. I just loved every stage and the animation at the end. I just gasped when you turned that on. What a way to see it through your eyes. And the colors, yeah, I can see it so much better on the slideshow.
Yeah.
Um, it's oh, there was a point, um, you can't see it quite so much now, but when you were showing the tree with the mycelium, there's like two eyes that are looking down from the sky. Um, and
Back.
yeah, it's just fabulous. A little bit further back.
That one?
Yeah, can you see them?
Hmm.
There's one right at the top that
There.
looks like an eye, and then one a little bit to the right, my right, might be to your left.
That one?
It's a girl, yes, yeah, and just
Yeah.
looks like you or the source or whatever is looking down, and absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, just very, that one really struck me as well. Um, I was thinking that um, I know we had talked at one point about sending it around to people, but if you got uh, prints or glissé copies made of it, I'd love to purchase one and have it for to keep. And if you had the link to the Zoom so that people could watch the process. So if you keep
Yeah.
that Zoom up, um, it would be phenomenal because that's so moving to see the process. Um, yeah, and I just, that flower of life looks so intricate. I don't, did that take you a long time to do?
Well, no, because it's actually a stencil. So it's
Oh,
really easy. Yeah. I'm not great at doing very intricate geometrical shapes, so I use a stencil.
well, that's the trick. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
paint
so,
over it as well, but it's good to have
of
that,
course.
that strong
Yeah,
base there of it.
yeah,
Yeah, little tricks there, little technical tricks.
yeah, 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 yeah. I just love well, this one and then the ones with the trees, they just really spoke to me, but the eyes in this one are just phenomenal.
Mm. Yeah, I've never noticed the eyes before, so that's another thing I haven't noticed. Let me see if I can take you back to the beginning so you can see what Sophia was saying about the phoenix. It's this one. So yeah, so there's almost like a sort of shape there at the head and the phoenix. So it was there all along, and I never knew until I painted the tree for a very long time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So
We were
in
so
terms of oh
happy
sorry,
to
do you want to say something else, Gina
say,
Dale?
yeah, we were so fortunate to have you do this. Couldn't have picked anybody better.
No.
Pleasure. Yeah, what inspiration, all of us.
And I'm really grateful for Sophia for being the muse and the
Yeah,
patron for
definitely.
so much of it too.
I think we all were, but yeah, but thanks anyway. Mm.
So the sort of evolution of the journey that the painting will take. I don't know if it'll go, it won't go that way. I'll go back this way. Is that so Sophia really felt that the painting needs to travel to different places and for other people to experience the painting. So we're going to initially take it down to Cornwall to an event that Solera's putting on, which I also love the paintings being in particular areas because I feel like they
Yeah.
take on the energy of that area. So you've got all that magical Merlin energy there, and apart from also the energy of the event itself as well, as we all know that those are very magical events, aren't they? So it'll
Yeah.
be going there, and then because of the kind of slight complications that have come in around Brexit and things like that, it's possible that it will be someone who's in the UK that will have the painting to borrow for a while, and hopefully will write about their experiences of having the painting. And that's our kind of thoughts around it, isn't it, Sophia? That's how it can evolve.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out, but it's definitely a part of the original idea, and I still feel like it's in the painting as well, to visit and engage on a more one-on-one basis, as well as the entire collective at the same time. And like every time I look at it and I feel it exchanging information, us and it, and just a bit basically feeding the toroidal field that encompasses all of us. So there's so much going on. I think it needs to be going around the globe. Brexit on everything, inflation and what have we not. We will find a way, and it will find a way. I think.
Yeah.
And time is not an issue either, because this is happening now and forever, and so we just gotta enjoy this.
Yeah, this is like another stage of the journey, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and
it is.
And to answer your question, Gina Diane, about the prints, I will be getting prints done of it, and so I will let everyone know when they are available. And I'm also planning on doing a slideshow of the of what you've seen, but without sort of other people there, and maybe do a meditation mixed in with it as well. So there'll be that that element to access as well with it. So yeah. So if you look, there's so many different, things that we can do with the painting. So if anyone has any ideas as well, we'd love to hear them. And the other thing that we do need to do, if the painting wants to have a name, because not all paintings want names, is to name the painting. And our initial name is Alchemical Immortality, but we're not sure if that's really what it is wanting to be called. So I think we may put a poll into the Facebook group and just see what happens with that. And yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
Has anyone got anything else you'd like to say? Otherwise, I can bring this to a close. And
oh, it's fine. Thank you so much, Fleur, for setting this up. It's so.
Just want to say wow again.
Yeah. One more wow, and another one. Yeah.
So magical.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here as well. It's really lovely to share this with you, and I really appreciate you coming here and witnessing the evolution of the painting. And yeah, it's been wonderful, and I look forward to connecting with you in other ways over the ether, and in other ways in the future.
Thanks for holding it at this time too. Appreciate being able to see it live.
Yeah, that's really welcome. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording so I can say bye and stop the recording.